Okay.
As he prayed for me, he just said, God's been calling you to go somewhere for years now, and you have been, afraid to go, or fighting him on it, or doubting him, but he's just telling you go. So will you just obey him, Lord? Give her the strength to obey and the courage to go.
It's like a mirror looking in. When you find yourself to stand, it's not you, it's the Father inside.
But I still had no clue that the Housewife song would reach as many women as it has, and I'm overjoyed by it.
The world needs love. Who shall I love? I'll show them love.
As a kid, my mom taught me to sing a message. Whenever I got to sing a special song in church, it was just like sing the song you're good at. It was sing the song that God wants you to sing. What message is God trying to give to the church?
Well, we're here at Cornerstone 2007 with Maron, and we're just going to hang some here this week with Maron. I wish you could be here and kind of hang with us, and they can't be. We tried to get tickets for all of them, and somehow it just didn't work out.
They might not have wanted to come.
Are we sweating yet? It's a little hot and humid here.
It is.
We're and for those who don't know, Cornerstone, is it Bushnell or Bushnell?
I say Bushnell. I think the locals say Bushnell.
Bushnell. Okay.
Bushnell.
Kind of that New Orleans or New Orleans thing. Anyhow, so we're here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of become your eyes and ears. So I'm going to kind of step behind the camera here.
Well, here at the festival, I've always known that it was run by Jesus people, and I didn't know much about them, but around the age of 15, when you're figuring out, what does the Lord want me to do? Should I be a foreign missionary? Should I go to college? Should I stay at home and get a job? That very impressionable age of 15 was when I felt the Lord start pressing the call of move to Jesus people. But it really freaked me out because I'm really a mama's girl. I'm really a daddy's girl. I love my family and so close-knit. I really, turning 18 and immediately moving out of the house was not my idea of a good time. Especially to move in with these people I didn't know and, I just wasn't sure.
And to prove that this is, of course, reality, we have the drilling going on in the background.
And for me, I wanted to go to college, I really did, and I kept filling out applications to, Judson, or Olivet, or wherever, the colleges in my region. And every time I would, I'd be sitting on my bedroom floor with this college application, and my heart would just pound, because I knew that wasn't it, And I always had my mind open to college, maybe later, but I really feel like the Lord is telling me to move in with these Jesus people folks. But I kept playing games with God. I kept saying, well, if it's really your will, then do this. I kept laying out the fleece like every single day, But the Lord was so faithful, and He knew how hard of hearing I was. So sometimes He really had to yell to get me to see things clearly or hear things clearly. And one of those yelling incidents was when I was doing a Assemblies of God music competition in Indianapolis, Indiana. It was a yearly event, and I went with my church, and we're having a good old time. It was also their general council or something, and all these, religious and powerful, people within the church, pretty much all of them were pastors, were there for this summit. And the church services were great night after night, and the whole family was with me, and we went to Arby's after a service once. And this nice gentleman from Wisconsin just saw my wristband, oh, you're at the conference, you're part of this council? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing the music competition portion of the trip, and we just had small talk. And he left the restaurant. I watched him get in his car, turn on his ignition, and then run back into Arby's like a lunatic. And he came right up to me and said, "I'm not crazy, don't think I'm crazy, but God wants me to pray for you." And as a, jaded teenager, I just kind of rolled my eyes. Well, let's see what this guy has to say. And as he...
and then he turned on the power saw.
as he turned on his power saw,
Okay.
as he prayed for me, he just said, "God's been calling you to go somewhere for years now, and you have been, afraid to go, or fighting him on it, or doubting him, but he's just telling you go. So will you just obey him, Lord? Give her the strength to obey and the courage to go." That was in August. I turned 18 in September. I moved out 2 weeks later. And if it weren't for that guy, who knows, I might still be fighting the Lord to this day. But I thank God for people who rise up, even though it may make them look insane in the middle of a public restaurant. But people that are that bold are the people who change lives.
That's right.
Changed my life. My biggest influence by far is my dad,
So tell me about your dad real quick.
Well, my dad, he loves music. He is quite the rocker himself. And here at this festival, Cornerstone Festival, it was the only vacation my family ever took. Every single year, since I was 3 years old, we've been coming here. So I've just been exposed to a myriad of Christian styles, Christian artists, and they are my influences. For different reasons each. Glenn Kaiser, huge influence, and oddly enough, now I end up, living in a community with him, and he married my husband and I toured with him a couple months ago, and it's really odd how that all played out. But I used to just sing along with him at the top of my lungs and just try to sing the way he sang, and he's a big influence musically, but also lyrically. It's hard to find somebody that's more bold than Glenn, and that's what I appreciate more than anything in music is lyrics. More than anything, it's the lyrics. Second chapter of Acts, huge influence of mine. Matthew Ward, I just adore his musical stylings, and Annie Herring just blows my mind. And, so pretty much Christian music. I was really blessed to be exposed to so much and to have such a wealth of knowledge of Christian music of all styles all through the years.